Poppy K and her bookish thoughts, adventures with ogres and astronauts. Poppy K and her bookish thoughts. Poppy K, subscribe, like, comment and share.
Well, hello and welcome back to my blog. This week I am going to be reading a few books on my Kindle. I'm also going to be reading, I say this, I'm going to start reading the fairy tale by Stephen King. So me and my mum are going to read this together, so we're sort of buddy reading it. So I hopefully want to get that done. I want to read that, and I also want to finish Dracula, and I want to listen to Frankenstein again. But the book that I'm actually reading on my Kindle at the moment is Legends and Lattes, and it is it's on the Kindle, and I got it from NetGalley, so I'm just reading it before it actually gets launched and released. I think it's I'll have to have a look and I'll let you know further on in the video. But yeah, so I'm just going to sit down and read that. I did just finish. I shall just tell you what I finished. Dream of Death City, and I will talk about that later on as well in the video. It was really good. Another one. This is another one that that I read from NetGalley, and that gets released. I know this one that gets released on the 19th of November. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing, but I shall talk about that a little bit later on. So yeah, that's what my plan is today. I've got washing on the table over there, and I'm just going to do a little bit of reading, waiting for my washing to dry, and then who knows what, probably catch up on a little bit of YouTube as well. So I shall see you in a bit. Well, I've finished Legends and Lattes. What a fantastic book. I will say, however, if you are on a diet, it will make you hungry. Well, even if you're not on a diet, it will make you hungry. I mean, the atmosphere in this book was brilliant. You could smell coffee, you could taste all of the good cakes and biscuits, and but it was just a nice, soft fantasy. You know, we've got an ogre and there's other, you know, you've got dwarves and things like that. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, a good book, I would say. It's nice easy read. I would say if you were going on holiday or something like that, it'd be perfect, because it's quite quick to read. I reckon you could probably use it as an airport read, to be honest. Brilliant though. I would recommend, definitely. A nice cozy fantasy. Brilliant. So I will link my Goodreads anyway below so you can see what I thought. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Loved it. So the next one I'm reading is Ghost Talker, I think. I'll let you know later on. I can't remember. I'm just going to have a shower and wait for... I'll just turn the light on. It's obviously one of those new bulbs, you know, the ones that come on slowly, and it's just taking its time. So I'm going to go and have a shower and probably finish that. It's only a novella anyway, so yeah, but I'll see you in a bit. When you can't sleep, you read. Well, I thought it was about time for an update. How have I been getting on? Well, that's what I've read of Dracula so far. So I've got probably about, I don't know, about 8 hours left on the audiobook for that. And then, whoops, I've still got Frankenstein to read. So I've still got the weekend. So I'll probably do something about them next week. Still got a couple of books to read on my Kindle. I have got a library book up there that I need to either take back or extend. I might even extend it. And I've made a start on Stephen King's fairy tale very briefly. I'm only like 15 pages in. So impressions so far, I mean, obviously with Stephen King being an American, it's a very American book. So, you know, it's essentially, this book is about, so I believe at this moment in time, is about a young boy whose mother gets killed, and his dad and him end up obviously living together. But he finds, I think it's his granddad's shed. He goes over to his granddad or something. I think it's his shed. And I think he ends up, you go into like a different world, I think, through the shed. That's what I believe. But at the moment, it's kind of still just dealing with normal everyday things. So that is basically all of that. I was going to tell you about the book that I read at the beginning of this video. I've actually read another one as well after that. So it's Dreamer of Death City. Now this book is released on the 19th of November, and it is a dark fantasy, but I would say it's a dark fantasy with a little taste of Sherlock Holmes. So we're kind of trying to find out who committed a murder, and it's also quite, I would say, quite dystopian as well, because we're dealing with classes. So you've got like your high end, then you've got like your low caste people, like the dust caste. One of them, basically the dust caste, are those that do like chores, houseworky things. And a girl who is dust caste, you're kind of born into that, is dust caste. She also does a little bit of crime solving, and she's partnered up with somebody that she's solved crimes with before, and they have to go and find out who has killed the daughter of one of the high lords. So they go over to a different city, and this city obviously doesn't deal with things the same as the city that they've come from. So it's a really good, I think it's very interesting, and it's the first book. I don't know how many is going to be in the series, but it's the first book of this particular series. And I would say it was very interesting to read. It was quite good because obviously you're still trying to guess, or you were guessing, as you would do if you were reading either a thriller or something like that. And it had a little bit of fantasy sort of thrown in. I'd say it was very light on the fantasy. I would say it's probably more Game of Thronesy fantasy, do you know what I mean? So that type of fantasy, as opposed to like ogres and things like that. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. And then the last one that I read was The Ghost Talker. And this is this the first book? This came out on the 24th of October. So what day will it be when this video comes out? This is the 26th. Well, it will be the 26th of October. So 2 days ago it came out. It's just a short novella, but very interesting. And it's set in the Victorian period. And I will say the atmosphere and the description and the spookiness, I mean, it's absolutely spot on, chef's kiss for this time of year. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, brilliant. And it's about this lady who ghost talks, or talks to ghosts, and she is hired by she actually goes to the morgue and things like that, and she's hired by the police to talk to ghosts. But then again, there's somebody who's of a higher, a prince, and they want something solved, so they ask her to come along, and they basically keep her prisoner as such. She's not really a prisoner, but it's kind of. She can do a few bits and pieces, but yeah, she's there to see if she can talk to ghosts and things like that. But it's a really quick read, really good read, and I'm definitely going to read more of this author. So I'll just, all the books that you'll have seen up there. So that's it really, as far as a wrap up goes. As I say, I haven't really finished anything else yet, so I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to start, see if I can get some books read. So yeah, that's it. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye.